Welcome to the State of Podcast. I'm back. Can you believe it, Alex?
Sadly.
It is my week with custody of Alex. I have taken him from David. So, we're here to talk about Disney.
Well, the weird thing about this is we weren't planning on doing this.
No.
It was originally this was meant to be the Nolan podcast, and if you know, this is coming out on a Saturday, not like the usual Tuesday, because this was literally a spawn of the moment ever since yesterday or the day before, was
It's
it?
2 days ago, I want to say.
2 days ago, yeah. It's following the big
Disney Investor Conference.
Yeah, where they showed off all their new plan of releases as well as a ton of new shit.
Let's start off by talking about Star Wars.
You start with Star Wars.
I think we'll start with Star Wars.
So, how many shows have been added?
Let me look at the list.
Well, for example, there was two shows which are two series which will debut on Disney Plus solely, which are spin-offs of Mandalorian.
And that is Rangers of the New Republic.
Yeah.
Starring Gina Carano. I think that's pretty much confirmed that it's her doing it.
Yeah.
Well, we need to see if she gets fired.
Yeah.
And an Ahsoka series starring Rosario Dawson.
Now, I wasn't surprised with these two because this entire season was basically building up to those two spin-offs.
Filoni.
Completely as a whole.
Yeah, well, even the fact that in the Instagram post by Lucasfilm basically announcing it does say within the timeline of Mandalorian.
Yeah.
It's cash grabbing on the Mandalorian, but
you see, what's the other one called?
Rangers of the New Republic.
See, that one felt a lot more natural in this season rather than the Ahsoka one.
Yeah, well, I mean,
because you could see the slow progression.
Season.
Yeah, it started from last season, and then they really kind of delved deep in it, which I think will be it'll be very interesting to see because it's a side of the story we've not really seen in this era, and I think it's very important because this is, the beginnings of the First Order. We're going to have to really see this kind of like resistance side of things. Now, with stuff like the Ahsoka show, I feel like the only reason she was in the season 2 Mandalorian was to just spin off in this, but the weird thing is you could just have announced the show and not had her in Mandalorian, and it would have felt a lot more natural.
So I'm aware there is some controversy about the Ahsoka show and the fact that a lot of people, because it is effectively the Rebels sequel show, feel it should have been animated.
I know what you mean, yeah.
And because Rosario Dawson isn't, she is this. You can say it's the same Ahsoka, but it's not the same Ahsoka.
No. Ashley Jensen.
Yeah, she is more Ahsoka than Rosario Dawson will ever be. She's the only person who ever played that character, even kept making a cameo appearance in episode 9.
Yeah.
Via voiceover. So, I'm willing to see it because it's going to be the hunt for Ezra.
I'm just happy that they've done it in its own show rather than
in Mandalorian.
Yeah, but I think it would have been a lot more interesting to see had that episode not been in Mandalorian and had that episode been in Ahsoka.
Yeah, you're probably
that
right.
Would have been a lot more. Like, imagine that was the first episode of Ahsoka.
It'd be a good premiere.
It'd be a good premiere, but also be like, oh shit, right, this is set during this time, and yeah, it's sort of link the two rather than the other way around.
And then you can do a crossover maybe eventually. Well, we need to see Ahsoka might be in next week's finale.
Yeah, there's also a possibility. Yeah.
Well,
yeah. I don't think it'll happen, but
who knows?
Yeah, that's right. But then we have also another spin-off show announced. Well, not announced, but we got a trailer for The Bad Batch, which is sort of interesting. I'm not really.
I'm not gonna watch it personally.
I know I'm not gonna watch it. I just my only problem with The Bad Batch and Clone Wars is that entire arc. Excuse me, in season 7. Was just this set up the spin-off show,
and it was a waste of a couple of episodes.
Well, the thing is, you could have just had 4 episodes for the last season of Clone Wars.
Yeah,
and had them like an hour long or something, rather than
what we got.
Yeah.
My apologies. We can blame PJ for that.
We can blame PJ. Why PJ?
When are you coming
PJ
on?
send you a message.
It was PJ.
Are you
The
gonna
one
send me a
time
message now?
the one time he sends me a message is when we are recording.
Well, cool.
Bad Batch, yeah, it will be fine. Is it after? I didn't watch the trailer. Is it after episode 3 or is it before episode 3?
Oh no, it's literally after episode 3.
That's
Like,
interesting.
No, it's a really interesting period because Tarkin's in it and stuff.
That is cool. The only real time I can think that's sort of being explored from the clone becoming stormtroopers perspective was in the campaign of the original Battlefront 2. I think it was called Rise of the Empire. There was something very similar to that.
I think it'll be interesting in a certain way because it looks dark.
Yeah,
Like, because it is obviously. I don't know how I don't know what the entire kind of premise is going to be, but what's the character from Mandalorian called? The assassin character.
Oh, the girl from Agent Shield.
I don't know. I don't know. She was an Agent of Shield.
I hope she was an Agent of Shield, or else I'm going to get cancelled again.
But she was in not this week's episode of Mandalorian, but previous one, and she was in the Gunslinger.
Yeah, she wasn't in this week's episode.
She is in. Oh yeah, she was in. She's going to be in a Bad Batch.
Oh, all right, that's
which is
cool.
Interesting because you saw like her in the show. I was like, wait, hold on, that kind of looks like because that's the same helmet, and it looks exactly the same.
Maybe I'll give it a go. I'm just. Oh yeah, and saying I'm not going to watch it. I will be watching Ahsoka and Rangers of the New Republic.
I'm just saying. I hope it's more of a one season. I hope these are just one season things. I can see Rangers of the Republic that being more than a one season thing.
Yeah.
But the other two, I'd rather just have one season, bang it out, done. Because we've had so much in between episodes 3 and 4. Do we need more for the Bad Batch and stuff? Yes, it's cool seeing from a clone's point of view, but other than that, I'm not really sure.
But speaking, one season set in between episodes 3 and 4. More news on the Kenobi series.
Kenobi, yes. Oh, it is the official title, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Not a Star Wars story. I think
not that naming story.
That naming convention is long gone.
Yeah. It made sense at the time. But now everyone just knows. Because it's like Obi-Wan Kenobi, right, you know what it's going to be about. Whereas Rogue One and Solo wouldn't have worked as
So the show begins 10 years after the events of Revenge of the Sith, and we'll have Hayden Christensen returning as Darth Vader, not Anakin.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of strange. Because I'm just like, right, are they going to have like flashback where it's like, oh, what would have happened had, they not fought and stuff? Or I don't know how that's going to work. Because having Hayden Christensen play Vader doesn't really make sense to me, unless it is like that kind of point of view.
Unless it's him in the tank.
Yeah, I mean, you could just do it from Rogue One, where you don't... Because I prefer not seeing him. It makes it a lot more interesting not seeing him fully. Like, you see a little bit of him and stuff, but not seeing him fully makes it more impactful, I think. Because it gives more of a mystery as to what he looks like, even though the comics have shown straight up what he looks like underneath. But I don't know. It could be interesting. I think it'll be interesting. I think they might have like flashbacks and stuff, or they might reenact some stuff from Clone Wars, but in live action, and have it as like flashbacks.
Maybe. Which
I thought would be a lot more. Well, it could be interesting.
It's the show I am most excited for, but it's also the one I think could be the worst. Easily.
Well, my thing is, I'm really on the fence this one. I really don't mind if it's good or bad. I'm really indifferent towards it even being made. I didn't think it was necessary. I think it is really just pandering to fans.
Much better being a TV show than a film, though.
Yeah.
Because there are rumors, I think. There was rumors back in, 2012?
It was going to be a trilogy.
Yeah, it was going to be a trilogy of films. It's like...
Yeah, no, because I remember it was a weirdly interesting concept, but it wouldn't really work. It's like one was set before episode 4, and then one was set during 4 and 5. And then there was one set during 5 and 6. Like, it was really weird, that trilogy concept. I don't know if it's true or not, but...
who knows?
Who knows?
And then... coming out 2022, I think?
Yeah. It makes more sense, because they'll probably start filming this year coming.
Yeah, he's already done screen tests.
Oh, fair enough then.
Also, returning characters. We'll see Cassian Andor. Who cares?
I don't really care for it. I mean, of all the characters,
Even the characters from Rogue One.
I would have been okay with a K2SO show. That would have been actually fun.
How about the
I would
Jimmy
watch
Smith,
that.
the Jimmy Smith's Power
The
Hour?
Jimmy Schmidt's Power Hour. If you're unaware, we love Jimmy Schmidt.
Huge fan. Martial Law. Great
Martial
film.
Law. We're penning Martial Law 2.
As
set
part of
30
our
years later.
big New Year's relaunch, we'll
Yeah.
be doing Martial Law 2, Lightning
Also,
Strikes Twice,
Just to
starring
break away
myself.
from the topic, the New Year's relaunch, we'll go more into detail towards the end of this episode, but Adam just touched on it there.
The
We don't want
only-
to give too much away.
Don't want
we
to give
just
too much
wanna-
away because we don't have any plans. Anyway, so we'll get to see the fight from when he was 6 years old. Are you excited?
Nope.
I think that's all we need to spend on Cassian Andor.
That's it. That's all we got. Okay, bye.
Star Wars Visions.
Visions is interesting because it's sort of.
The animatrix of the Star Wars universe.
I'm thinking it's going to be sort of almost like a what if situation with the Marvels. Marvels doing what if.
Yeah.
I think it's I'm okay with that. I'm very okay with that TV show. I'm very it's not going to be a big thing, but it's going to be it's going to be like the YouTube Galaxy of Heroes, like 1
Yeah,
or 2 minute
those
segments.
sort of like
It's going to be very
one-offs.
sort of like that in a way, but I think more like obviously original concepts, which could be very interesting in a way. Yeah, because you could have like that'd be the only one I'd like for like some characters to return, and it'd be kind of okay because it doesn't really matter because it's only like wee short side stories.
Yeah, not on the side. Yeah, I agree. And I'm gonna let's move on. The thing I'm most excited for that was announced at the investor call. New film?
Which one? The
Rogue Squadron,
Yeah, with Patty Jenkins.
directed by Patty Jenkins.
Yeah, because have you seen the trailer for it?
I saw her trailer, the one of her roller blading.
Yeah,
She
because she was talking about her dad and stuff, and how
Yeah.
he was a fighter. Like, I think that's a really interesting side of it because she's gonna have and almost like tell that story and like, or be inspired by that story in a way, and like have this kind of real emotional, sort of journey.
And we'll have what people always claim Rogue One's a war film. It really isn't, but I think this will be.
Yeah, because we're actually gonna see. I think seeing a film solely from a fighter pilot's, like Rogue Squadrons, or Star Wars Squadrons.
Yeah.
The game, like, I don't know if you've seen some of the cinematic trailers for that, but I feel it's going to have that kind of an impact and it's going to be really interesting.
Let's hope.
But I think, yes, Patty Jenkins, it's already going to be a good film because she hasn't made a bad film. Realistically, she's not made a bad film. And obviously Wonder Woman 84 is technically out, although I haven't seen it yet.
What do you mean technically out?
Well, it's on cinemas.
It's not out yet.
Well, our local cinema has it.
All right. When me and Alex become reunited in the coming weeks, we will be watching Wonder Woman 84.
In 1 week from now. We must also tease that there may be a not live recording, but a recording in person.
Yeah. Finally,
in a
we
week's
can look at each other across a 2-meter table.
With a pop filter just covering all but his eyes. Not in a sexual way.
I'm Adam.
Anyway.
This is my hetero life mate.
Obviously, The Acolyte was announced from the Russian Doll, the Netflix series, the creator.
Oh yeah, that's High Republic.
It's High Republic, which I think is really weird because obviously High Republic, I think they were delayed. I think the books were delayed. I'm not sure.
Kids' books might.
Some of them are out and they're delayed. I'm not really sure. I haven't really.
I feel like the kids' books are out.
Yeah, because I'm not really a big fan of the concept of it. But I think The Acolyte will be. See, The Acolyte's going to be very interesting because it's the end of the High Republic era. And it's after the Sith have risen and stuff.
Yeah.
So, and it's going to be a mystery film. Or TV show, isn't it? Yeah, it's going to be a mystery TV show.
It was a film.
I think it's a TV show. For Disney Plus, yeah.
All right.
But I think it's going to be very interesting. because it is a mystery and it's set in a period we genuinely have never heard of or seen before
Will we see
on
Revan?
screen. Well, that's the thing. That's the question.
I feel like they'll put in Revan. We don't really know enough to speak about this. I'm excited for it.
But I'm more excited because it might be sort of like a murder mystery.
What we didn't hear anything about was Taika's film.
We did hear it has been delayed to 2023, I think.
Or Kevin Feige's. I don't think he...
No, Kevin Feige hasn't. I think Kevin Feige's just very busy with Marvel at the minute. As we'll talk about in a minute.
Other than that, Lando's show starring Donald Glover.
Yeah. I was very confused about that. I would have
preferred just, like, why not can we just have a solo sequel
show? I think that was the biggest backlash from it, was the fact that...
Why not just do a solo sequel, like, with everyone?
Like, because I think it might tie into a solo... I think with the reception of that, we might see what they did with Mandalorian, where they might make a sequel to Solo then, obviously. And
I think it should be set before Solo if they do it. I think it's more interesting.
Yeah. I don't mind either way, to be honest.
Oh, I kind of want to see how he built his fortune.
Yeah, but I kind of want to see how he, like... Oh, no, well, he did have Cloud City, didn't he?
Yeah.
By the time Solo came out. I think he did, yeah, because he dropped a wee bit of a line in there. But anyways, other than that, is there any other...
I think that's it for Star Wars. We didn't really have any games announced, I don't think, but no. I don't think that was the point of this.
I think that'll be more announced later, like E3 and stuff.
Yeah.
EA. Yeah, because I think EA is going to... Either Jedi Fallen Order 2 is going to get announced, or another sort of, like, new standalone games can be announced soon.
Maybe some Mandalorian game, people are beginning to think.
Yeah, or something like that. I think Mandalorian game makes sense, because remember that game that was cancelled that was basically... We saw a couple of screenshots.
The Uncharted one.
Yeah, because that has a very Mandalorian kind of feel. So I think that could... I think what happened with that, they put into Fallen Order. But I think you also have like a great groundwork there to build into a Mandalorian game.
Okay. Let's not move on to Marvel yet. Let's talk about Disney themselves.
Yeah.
Because if we go to Marvel now, we're going to forget about the actual Disney releases.
Yeah. We're just going to span off.
Nothing really too interesting to speak about. Live action Pinocchio got a trailer. It's by Robert Zemeckis starring Tom Hanks.
I'm not really
it's a live action Disney film, Disney remake.
Yeah, I know, but my problem with that is I'm more interested in the Guillermo del Toro film.
What's he doing?
He's doing a Pinocchio film. He's been doing a Pinocchio film for years, basically. Yeah. I think Ewan McGregor was playing Jiminy Cricket.
Oh, Jiminy Cricket.
I think Robert Downey Jr. was playing Geppetto, I'm not sure. Oh. Which is kind of interesting.
That's fun. Live action Peter Pan and Wendy.
Again, no interest. We get this every 5 years.
We
get a live action Peter Pan every 5 years.
Pretty much. Little Mermaid.
Yeah, well, we got more
cast.
New title for it.
It's just a Little Mermaid.
Yeah, it's gonna be Little Mermaid all over again. I think there's gonna be a couple.
Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, starring Andy Samberg and John Mulaney. Could be fun. Live action once again.
Yeah.
And I wish we had more enthusiasm about this. There were some sports films coming out.
Well, you see, the problem is I don't really care about these because all Disney does is remakes now.
Yeah,
this is why I'm not interested. This is why we've just dropped in,
Well, the thing is, we're gonna
here.
get to the point where we're gonna have a lot of the Disney Channel films being remade.
Yeah,
which is even kind of already happening. Not necessarily a remake, but I think they've
rebooted like High School Musical.
Yeah, they've rebooted High School Musical.
Yeah, and then it has its own Christmas special now and stuff.
Yeah,
it's weird. It's trying to be like almost a parody of. But at the same time, it becomes a parody of itself, and it doesn't really work. And you see, this is the problem with Disney live actions. I've not seen any of them, and I refuse to, because not only are they almost the same film, what they change ruins what made those films great.
Or they don't change anything either.
Well, no, stuff like Lion King changed stuff, but that was the problem. They changed stuff that was like, right, they made originally Be Prepared wasn't going to be in it, and then they sort of had Be Prepared, and it's like stuff great. Like that ruins it in a way.
It was not very good.
And then, of course, let's
interesting.
get ready for Dumbo. Tim Burton shouldn't be allowed a kids' film ever again.
Tim Burton shouldn't be allowed films ever again.
No, I'd want to see him do like a normal, proper, creepy film. I think he's done too many kids' films.
Oh, I'm sorry, we need to go back to Star Wars. I forgot. We also have a droid story coming out, which will just be some kids thing.
Anyways,
I just had to point it out.
You just had to throw it in just in case people corrected you.
Honestly, I just went on my phone and it's the top thing that came up on my feed was just a droid story. I was like, oh, got to speak.
Yeah, I think that'll be that animated show back in like the 80s and 90s, Droids.
Yeah,
I think it's just gonna be that essentially.
Probably maybe BB-8 and Dio.
Yeah, I think I'm okay with that. For kids and stuff. That's okay.
Oh, so you're fine with that for kids and not Lego Star Wars? Let's not get back into this.
Let's not get back into
that. So, the most interesting thing from the Disney side, don't even know if it's interesting or good, but it's just I don't know. Lightyear.
Yeah, well, that's Pixar, isn't it? Like, we're getting more into Pixar here. I know why people are annoyed.
It's such a cash grab.
Right, it is very interesting. I think it's a very interesting thing to see. Why is Tim Allen not voicing him? Why is Chris Evans voicing him?
I don't know.
I don't understand this. You know what I mean? I think it is going to be interesting. I don't really... I'm not going to have to pay money for it. It's going to be on Disney+. Let's be honest.
Yeah, well, it's currently slated for a cinema release, but...
Yeah, I can see it go. Even if it is, I can see it going to Disney Plus fairly soon afterwards.
Here's the description of the film: is blasting into theaters June 17th, 2022. Lightyear's the definitive story of the original Buzz Lightyear, voiced by Chris Evans.
It's interesting. I just let Toy Story die. Just let it die.
As much as I even quite liked the fourth Toy Story, but.
I haven't seen it. You see, unlike that, I refuse to watch it because I don't want it. Why? They're gonna make a fifth one.
There's a high chance they will make a fifth one.
This is my problem.
People who say they won't, that's what we thought after 3.
This is why I refuse to watch it. I'm like, no, 3 is my ending. That's it. That's how it ends. I'm okay with that being my ending.
Yeah,
But I do think nowadays it's good that we do have all these different things where you can almost be like, right, this is my version of what actually happened.
Yeah,
that's the only good thing you can have about it. Any more Disney Pixar?
Nothing very interesting. Turning Red.
What?
It's Meet May. She experiences the awkwardness of being a teenager with an added twist. When she gets too excited, she transforms into a giant red panda.
Oh, you haven't talked about the other shows like Tiana and stuff.
Oh fuck! How could I forget? New shows coming out based on all the Disney.
Yeah, I just remember because I was thinking of Baymax and stuff.
Oh yeah, Baymax, Tiana, Moana. I think
Moana's again TV show. Yeah. A lot of these are unnecessary, but I'm like, I like Lilo and Stitch. It had a TV show. Fuck it, it's for kids. I don't really care,
Yeah, I won't be watching them.
No, personally, I'm not really I don't really go to some. The only Pixar film recently I went to see in cinema was Incredibles 2, and I don't know why, but do you know how many times I saw it in cinema?
3 times.
It was about 5 times I seen it in cinema because I know this is a pure tangent, but I went and saw the first time. I was like, oh, cool. And then I went and saw the gags. So I may as well go see it twice. And then it was like, my brother and sister want to go watch it. And I'm like, okay, I'll go with them. And then I was like, right, you're going to go watch it. And I'm like, okay, I'll go watch it. It eventually became, I had watched it 5 times. But, I knew the whole movie off by heart. By the way, we will have a pocket shorts on The Incredibles someday. And why I think is just the first film all over again.
I never agree to this. I think that's incredibly uninteresting. Okay. Pocket shorts.
Maybe it'll be a new feature in the future of them.
Alex's opinions.
Oh dear, that would be terrible.
All right, let's get into the meat of potatoes. Marvel.
What do you start with? Right, we'll start with
We'll start with
WandaVision.
the WandaVision. That's
Yeah,
most
'cause I
new
think
trailer.
we've talked about it a lot. New trailer, again, giving a lot more away, but still, again, giving nothing away. Very excited for it. Very excited for it. As I don't think my hype has changed much. I'm still equally as excited as it was before because I think it's gonna do some really weird shit. Like I think it's gonna be like Marvel's version of Watchmen, almost like where it's just really unique experimental TV show. I do applaud Marvel for being more experimental recently in terms of
To
shows
some
being
extent,
announced.
but then we have the trailer for Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which looks painfully uninteresting.
You don't like that? I think I was watching the trailer on my phone. I was like, it was like 6 in the morning or something. I was like, I don't really care. And then I watched it on the TV later on. And I was like, I'm okay with this because it gives very Black Widow, Winter Soldier vibes, and I think we're gonna see a more interesting trailer down the line. I think it's gonna be a lot more serious.
Let's hope it's not
Some of
necessarily
the camera
serious.
work I thought was bad.
It's not that. Yeah, I just think it's pain. I just think
It's
the.
gonna dawn on Agents of Shield. I
I know
feel.
exactly what it's gonna be. I know exactly what the show's gonna be, and
What?
it's just a bit like that kind of Mission Impossible sort of Skyfall Winter Soldier. It's just gonna. It's nothing
Yeah.
new. Because like Winter Soldier was just like a Mission Impossible film.
Mm,
Like
yeah.
Winter Soldier, people always act like it's so unique and amazing. I like Winter Soldier. I think it's
Well,
one of the best MCU films.
yeah. I
But
think
like,
it's
it's
more of
not
a James Bond as well.
a James Bond,
Yeah.
like Skyfall, Mission
Spy.
Impossible. Not so much Bond, but definitely like
Definitely
Skyfall.
Skyfall. Yeah, I
Definitely
was about to say.
Skyfall.
Yeah.
Bourne, sort of.
Mm,
Like, it was original for a comic book film, but now we've had a lot of comic book films that have acted like that.
yeah. Black Widow is going to be one, which I'm very okay with. I think Black Widow is going to have some
Hey, I'm okay with it, but people
unique
need.
stuff.
People are like, act like Winter Soldier is like the one that started off this.
Oh
sort of
yeah,
action.
the greatest thing since sliced bread. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
It's just a Marvel film.
At the time, it was different because we were like, this was post Thor. It was like the first. It was after the film immediately after like the second Thor, and Iron Man 3 and the Avengers film, which as three films together aren't the best.
No. I think what's kind of gonna happen is like I'm okay with what they're doing, where it's like, right, we're gonna have like Black Widow style stuff like that, and we're gonna have Winter Soldier / Falcon stuff like that, because I think those are the two like characters that suit that kind of a storyline.
Yeah.
Where there's more of a Bourne sort of Bondy kind of
But
thing.
we'll have that. It looks like we'll have that again with Hawkeye.
I am seeing that, and it is gonna be a limited. We see. My thing is it gonna be a one series thing, and then they're gonna be like, right, we're doing a Kate Bishop show, or are they just gonna continue the Hawkeye thing, but Kate Bishop's gonna be Hawkeye?
Or are
And the
they going to
TV
have
show.
both of them? Just going forward.
Yeah.
Does
I
Jeremy
mean-
Renner want to stop?
No, I don't think so. I mean, the only thing is I can see with the Hawkeye show is like I'm most excited about the Ronin sort of stuff,
Yeah.
and I think what was it?
Florence Pugh's going to be in it as well.
Yeah, and she's gonna have more of a Ronin sort
Oh,
of.
also, well, we don't know if Hawkeye's going to be in Black Widow yet. I just need to say.
Oh no, we do.
Is he in it?
I've seen behind the scenes footage of him in the streets, and he's wearing military gear.
Oh, okay, so that's Budapest.
Yeah, no, this is the thing. Like everyone's like, "Oh, we don't know if it's gonna be." And it's like we've seen this about fucking 2 years ago when they were filming it.
Yeah, these. It's just like we're gonna get into an issue that could easily happen with Star Wars. Or a lot of very similar shows
I know what you mean.
and like films, like
I know they're trying to expand, but I think they're expanding too quickly.
too much as well. Like if you have nothing to expand to, why are you expanding?
Like I know we've talked about DC, and we're not being biased in a sense. It's just the fact that
Everything's different.
everything's completely different. When it comes to DC, there's multiple universes going on here, so it's almost like
I
you can
mean,
pick and choose, and it's okay. It doesn't really matter.
Is that going to be happening with Marvel?
I'm not sure because I think they're still trying to do this one timeline stuff. Stuff like
Spider-Man 3.
yeah, the big
Spider-Man
one.
3 looks like it's going to be a mess. I know we've talked about it before, but now the rumors are looking much more true because we have Alfred Molina basically will be returning as Doctor
I'm
Octopus.
just gonna throw it out right now. They've just copied the Flash movie.
Unbelievably.
Because as soon as the Flash announced this, oh, Jamie Foxx is coming back, and they've recently confirmed that all of these are just going to be small cameos.
Yeah, well, we don't know about Fox. I think Fox could probably be the villain.
Yeah.
I think if anyone actually has a role in it, it will be him.
I'm not sure. I think he is going to have just a cameo.
Oh, no. So that means it will be The Amazing Spider-Man 2, is it actually?
That's what I'm thinking, but he's going to look different.
That's weird now.
I'm okay because he's electricity. I think he's the one character you can do well. If Dr. Octopus doesn't look the same, it's going to be fucking weird, man. I don't understand. It's like
he died.
He's dead. Like, yeah, he dies unless Adam, the power of the sun, allowed him to transport himself into another universe
where the inhibitor chip was still broken.
Where the inhibitor chip was again. Yeah.
I don't care for this. I don't want this. Like Toby has reportedly been seen going for a costume fitting, and he looks old. He doesn't look like Spider-Man anymore.
No.
And like, yeah,
I think that'll look good for like almost like Spider-Verse vibes, where he is that kind of.
If they do that,
do you know what they do?
What?
Do I think they're gonna
Peter
do?
B. Parker.
No. Do you remember what they did with Tom Welling?
Have him be retired?
Yeah.
Maybe. No, I'd say that'd be Andrew's over.
No. Because Andrew didn't have any love interests or anything left.
Yeah, but Emma Stone's apparently returning.
Yeah, see, stuff like that.
But it'll probably be another multiverse Spider-Gwen thing.
Oh, Spider-Gwen. Nah, that's okay. But like stuff like, no, I can see them doing the exact same thing with Tobey Maguire for like Tom Welling. I think he's the only one that you could do and it would work as being retired because you'd be like, yeah, there was no threats left.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Like, if they don't do that,
it makes sense for the Flash.
If they just act like he's still Spider-Man, and the Spider-Verse people, that's like people now think that the Spider-Verse is the only way to go with Spider-Man. Like people want like in the games, they want Spider-Verse.
I think it's just now. Like people will look back in this in like 5-10 years and be like, "Why did we want Spider-Verse?"
It's like the Clone Saga.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Like I think stuff like all these cameos work within the Flash movie because he can go between parallel universes.
He's always really done that. Like since
this is quite a normal
80s,
thing.
Was it? When did he first?
I can't even remember. But it's a very normal thing for him to do. Whereas Spider-Man's like, you see, this only works within a Spider-Verse standpoint. It's like, I don't really want Spider-Verse right now. And
we've seen Spider-Verse. And Charlie Cox also will probably be in it.
Yeah, because, excuse me, they teased him for She-Hulk.
Yeah.
Which I'm completely okay with.
She-Hulk's fine. But the thing is, we're now not excited about Charlie Cox's return as Daredevil.
Yeah.
Because it's in a film where everyone is coming back.
It's not going to be special.
It's not special. He should be the main attraction of coming back. But no one's going to give a fuck about Charlie Cox coming back if you have Toby and you have Andrew and you have fucking Kirsten Dunst. Who the fuck wants her? Emma Stone and all fucking hell. The one who had the most to give is the one we don't care about.
I'm going to do so much editing. Are you
going to have to censor it?
Nah. No, it's just because you were just pure red barred for that entire time.
Oh my god.
I know where you're not, because like I'm a big, I've always been a big fanatic of, hashtag Snyder Cut, release Snyder Cut. And then as soon as Daredevil, I was like, right, hashtag save Daredevil. And yeah, Snyder Cut is this big, has become this big special thing, but they're not going to do that with Daredevil because it's Disney and Marvel.
We'll have him cracking jokes. I don't want a Daredevil always beating up villains going, oh, watch out. Like, fuck off.
Because I don't know, right, because the choreography might not even be that good. Because that was a good thing about Daredevil. The choreography was pretty fucking good. Like
as crap as Charlie Cox with his boxing technique.
Yeah.
The fight scenes were good.
It was so entertaining, especially the one take, like the one shots.
Or no, the one-on-one fight he had with the ninja guy in season 1 was pretty good.
Oh, with Nobu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just... Oh. And then we still don't know if...
Wait till you get season 2.
It will most likely be happening that we will have 3 appearances by Tom Holland next year.
What, because of WandaVision?
No, I wasn't thinking WandaVision.
What?
Maybe WandaVision, but I was
What are you
thinking
thinking?
Morbius, Venom, and Spider-Man.
Yeah. I don't know if he'd be in Morbius. Because I think what they're trying to... I think Morbius is set in a different universe.
No, Leto
I don't
says
know.
it
Oh,
isn't.
did he?
No.
No, he said it's part of a building universe, is what he described it as.
Or do we have Toby in it? Is Toby going to be in it?
I don't know. This
There
is
was
the
a
thing.
leak that Toby was in it, and it may have been the worst Photoshop I'd ever seen.
Oh, you mean the greatest Photoshop you've ever seen? That was... I wish I found that, because I was telling Adam about it. I was like, wait, oh, look, it was late. Like, I was being dead serious about it, just because I knew as soon as she looked at you, like, what the fuck have you sent me? And then I sent it to you. It took me forever to find as well, because it would, like, people deleted it and stuff because people thought it was real.
Yeah.
But anyways, any more Marvel news?
Oh yeah, loads. We have barely gone into the Marvel news.
Loki.
Loki looks good.
I'm very excited for it. I think that and WandaVision are the two I'm most excited for.
Yeah, and then
Genuinely. And I'm a big Midnight guy.
everything else is just a lot of fun stuff, like Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. There's controversy about the fact that Cassie Lang got recast, and I'm like, I was reading into it, and I was like, but she was already recast.
No. Do you not know?
No, is that actress a fucking nutter?
No, it's... You know the actress who played her in Endgame?
Yeah.
Different actress altogether.
Oh, it's not her.
It's not her. Which I understand why people are mad, because she looked the part.
Okay, that's where I thought it was because they were recasting the one from the film, from the Ant-Man films.
What? No. The recasting
Old
the one
one.
from Endgame.
Okay, that's fine.
That's the controversy. With an actress who is more popular, as people have put it, and that's the reason why.
Okay, yeah, that's rough. Kang Conqueror is confirmed to return, along with Michelle
don't-
Pfeiffer and Michael Douglas.
I know why they're putting them in an Ant-Man movie, because it does deal with time travel and stuff.
Yeah.
I understand that. But are they teasing it too early? Or are they just going to make Kang not an actual big
Are
villain?
they gonna fuck it like they did the Mandarin?
Well, that's what I think they're going to do. I think they're just not going to make him a big, actual villain. I think they're going to, like, make someone else a big villain eventually, but it's not going to be Kang, which I think is going to be a waste, because Kang's a big villain.
Yeah. I Am Groot is a new a new series of shorts on Disney Plus
I'm completely fine with that.
featuring Baby Groot.
Yeah.
No confirmation,
Completely
but I'm
fine.
guessing Vin Diesel's doing it.
Oh, yeah, obviously, I'd say. Yeah.
No,
I get so into it.
the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special,
No, not
written
up
and
for it
directed
whatsoever.
by James Gunn, not
Not up for it.
Guardians 3. But
I'm not. No way. Don't want it.
it's
It's so unnecessary.
It's very odd.
It's very unnecessary, though. I
Yeah.
think Guardians is the only one, if you were ever to do one, you could do it with, but I don't want it. Because you're going to be like, right, so this is set in the same,
It is set in the same universe.
Yeah, I know, but it's just like, why? It's a, what? Like, this is my problem with this kind of stuff. Like, it's like, you either make it canon or you don't. And
It is
obviously it
canon.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, this is the problem.
Yeah.
I don't want it.
Let's move on to something I'm a little more interested in.
Mm.
Armor Wars.
Yeah. Finally. I've been gunning for ages for, Don Cheadle to get his own show or film or even.
Let me read the
know.
description. Don Cheadle returns as James Rhodes, also known as War Machine, in Armor Wars, an original series coming to Disney Plus. A classic Marvel story about Tony Stark's worst fear coming true. What happens when his tech falls into the wrong hands? Sounds like Iron Man 2.
Yes, but I think I don't know whether we're.
That's when you bring him back. That's when you bring him back. That's when you bring him back. Bring him back.
Well, for stuff
Bring
like that.
back Hammer.
Well, Hammer.
Yep.
But Hammer's coming back.
What's he coming back in?
I can't remember the name of the show.
His last appearance was in All Hail the King.
Yeah, I think he is coming back though. Because remember there were rumors. I don't know if it's true or not. Of Thunderbolts.
Oh yeah.
Thunderbolts makes sense.
I think he could be in Armor Wars. This will be a fun show, hopefully.
Yeah.
Let's hope it's not just hero worshipping Tony more.
No,
Because
I think it'll be interesting. 'Cause I think it might also be almost like a what if situation. But I'm just excited because we're getting a War Machine show.
I'm just happy for him to be the center point, which is why just don't make it. Don't have every episode just be like War Machine going, "Could really use you, Tony." It's like shut up.
Yeah.
Because that's not the only thing that could be happening, and if that happens, because we also have Ironheart.
But like I'm thinking, we might also get stuff like if it is like one of those like multiverse sort of situations or anything like what if, Punisher, War Machine.
Yeah.
Like that's immediately what I thought of when I heard Armor getting into the wrong hands, and that's when you bring in Punisher.
Yeah, we also have Ironheart coming out.
Yeah.
Too soon.
Too soon. Yeah,
Too soon.
I agree. Completely agree. I think more even. I think after another Avengers maybe. So like Phase 6.
Yeah, that's what I was
I
saying.
could
think
see
this is
more
really
Phase 6.
See, I think you could introduce the character of Riri Williams earlier and
Yeah,
just not have her in
slowly.
the suit.
I'll have her and stuff like Ms.Marvel and stuff.
Ms.Marvel, maybe have her be like maybe
Yeah.
one of Peter's school friends or something.
Aye, so have her like and then I'd be like, oh fuck, right, this is Ironheart, but like you not know. I think build her up like that would have been a lot more interesting rather than right here's the show.
I'm happier we're getting this than fucking Iron Lad though.
Yeah. I'm happy with Ironheart because Ironheart is just basically inspired. You know, yeah. Well, I don't know what way they're going to portray it, but it's going to be very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I just think it's too soon. I'll watch it.
A lot of this is just setting up, not only expanding what they already have, but setting up
The next set of
for
Avengers.
the future. Yeah.
Speaking of setting up for the future, Secret Invasion.
Yeah, that weirded me out.
Because the Skrulls haven't already been set up for a Secret Invasion storyline?
No. Well, I don't know what way they're going to do it. Are they going to do it where... Because the whole premise of Captain Marvel was, right, the Kree's evil, Skrulls are actually good. But are they going to do it that the Skrulls, there's going to be a group of them that are evil, and, you know, like what...
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not a Captain Marvel fan. I don't really care for this. Samuel Jackson as Nick Fury.
I'm very over... Like, he's done everything he sort of could.
After Winter Soldier, I just haven't cared for the character.
Yeah.
But that comes down to how Phase 2 was fucking done. Phase 2 was poorly handled.
But, like, stuff like, if you think about it, like, because the ending of Far From Home, you thought, oh, this is going to set up like Captain Marvel 2. No, this is setting up Secret Invasion. So what's Captain Marvel 2 about? Because that was announced.
Yeah. Which is funny because there were rumors that Brie Larson was out. That she just, because she wasn't getting along with the other cast. There's been a lot of backtracks on comments made where, you know, like when Captain Marvel was out, it was like, this is the most powerful Marvel character we've ever had. And now they're saying that about Scarlet Witch. And
Yeah.
I don't know, saying someone's most powerful character, I fucking hate it because I'm just like...
Just because they're powerful doesn't make them interesting.
It doesn't do anything for me saying they're powerful. Like, who's gonna... But the thing is, there are people who will be like, the most powerful Avenger. Jeez, I must see that film. It's like, why?
Yeah.
Iron Man was like the weakest one, but he was the most compelling for 10 years.
100%.
It's...
Well, my problem with all these shows in general is, well, we'll get to the words at the end.
Hang on, I'm finished up. But yeah, there were rumors that Brie Larson was out, and like, apparently it was Disney wanted her to have the YouTube channel, and I know the YouTube channel hasn't been doing well because whenever big businesses try and get into the YouTube business, they don't understand the YouTube business in terms of viewership and building an audience. And just because you put Brie Larson in front of a camera doesn't mean people are
it's gonna yeah. Although if you put Kylie Jenner in front of one, it works.
Yeah, but Miss Marvel, is confirmed to be appearing in Captain Marvel too.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, which is interesting. Because that means because they said that shows will be playing into the films, but they've said that so many times.
But at least this was actually confirmed.
So it's good to see this actually being confirmed. Because Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was very falsely advertised, and the Netflix shows were quite falsely advertised.
But the weird thing is, stuff like the Netflix shows, they can work within the world. Like, I don't know why they never did, but they actually can work. But we'll see now in the future, obviously.
She-Hulk.
With two
That's-
characters returning.
Yes. Mark Ruffalo will be returning.
And Tim Roth
And
as
Tim Roth.
Abomination.
So I assume this will still be Professor Hulk. Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah, I assume so. Yeah, makes sense.
It's interesting that Tim Roth will be returning as Abomination.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't know how that's gonna work out.
I'm
Or what way
willing to
that
see
is.
it.
Yeah. Wonder if they're gonna have him where it's like, right, either he can transform or, you know,
I
he just
assume
is.
they will.
Yeah.
Well, he needs
Where
the
he's been able
budget.
to like control it.
Yeah.
Which will be a lot more interesting.
Christian.
If you have like if She-Hulk can't.
Well, it depends what they do. Like
Yeah.
she'll. It depends. We don't even know what She-Hulk's gonna look like. Are they gonna
No.
CGI her? Are they gonna just make it
Yeah,
her
I
her
know.
body?
Yeah.
Are they gonna do a one
Well,
night?
obviously
Are they
CGI.
gonna do what WWE
Marvel.
superstar China was very famous for?
What?
That's when we. That's a bit. It's a bit X-rated. It's a bit R-rated. I mean,
X-rated.
X-rated.
Like,
It's
well,
XXX,
which one?
isn't it?
Which but was there any like? Because that's really all we got for She-Hulk show. We didn't really get much other, you know.
No.
Is there anything?
Christian Bale confirmed.
Christian
for
Bale,
Love and
yeah,
Thunder.
playing Gore, the
We already knew that.
God killer, whatever. No, we saw it was good. Apparently, it was a different character.
Oh.
It was gonna be like it was gonna be more of a Minotaur type character.
Beta Ray Bill will almost definitely be in this film. I'm just gonna say that now.
Who?
Beta Ray Bill.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Of all of them, I can think this one, 100%.
Yeah, it's getting very hard to get excited for Marvel news at the minute. Even the biggest news of the day, not very interesting. John Watts' Fantastic Four.
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay. Like when I heard that was announced, I was like, John Watts. Yeah, okay, I'm okay with that. A lot of people aren't because they don't like Spider-Man.
Well, people hate the Tom Holland films. They
I
love
don't
them. Well, the Tom
understand.
Holland films are very bizarre because when both of them first came out, they were like, everyone's like, amazing, best Spider-Man
Yeah.
film at, so good. And then it's like, oh, it's not a Peter Parker story because I don't know what people think a Peter Parker story is. Like, must he break up with a girl for it to be a Peter Parker story?
Yeah, I don't. Mary Jane has to be in it.
I know. Unless the people who say that Zendaya isn't Mary Jane because she's not, but she is. It's
I
like,
don't get. She plays. She's the best Mary Jane.
I know she's.
She's the best love interest in all of them.
Yeah,
Not that it's saying much, to be honest.
I know.
You know, with Emma Stone, it was just her and Andrew Garfield just flirting with each other for 2 films.
Yeah. I think that's kind of it.
Well, this is the big thing. This is the big problem. Is
No one cares.
everyone cares, but we don't. No, I think it's just the fact that it's such a saturation. Like,
Yeah.
I think
We knew that when Disney Plus was announced, though.
this is really gonna kill it.
Yeah.
Like last year, we got the announcements, and they were pretty sweet. Like in terms of what we were getting every year. Like I think we were getting 2 films and 2 shows a year. I was okay with that.
Well, 2020.
Now it's gonna be about fucking 4 or 5.
Yeah. Also, just in addition, I need to say Disney have announced an 18+ section for Disney Plus. So thank God.
That means obviously not only are you because they own Fox, 20th Century Fox.
That's mainly the films that are going to be on it. So
Yeah, like we're gonna
see
get like Predator films, we're gonna
Logan, Alien, Die Hard,
get all them, and potentially.
Deadpool,
Well, yeah, obviously that, but potentially
new Alien film.
no. Defenders.
Oh,
Potentially
yeah.
Defenders.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know whether they'll wait till they have, because all they have so far is Luke Cage, Iron Fist, and Daredevil. Their rights back. I don't know whether they'll have the rights to the shows. I think they only have the rights to the characters, and that's a problem. You know what I mean? Because like they don't have the rights to Jessica Jones yet or Punisher. That's coming by the end of January, I think. But what the fuck, like? Because the shows are still on Netflix, even though Marvel have the rights to the characters. I don't think they have the rights to the shows. That's going to be very problematic in the future if they ever. I think what they're going to do especially with this whole multiverse thing, is they're gonna be like, oh, these are these characters, but from different universe, but they're played by the same people, so we can, have their own stories and origins and stuff, rather than having what's already existing, just because Disney don't fucking own the actual TV shows that Netflix have, unless
I don't know
obviously
if
Disney
they
buy
might.
Netflix.
Yeah, it's not out of the realms of possibility.
Oh, obviously now, especially. Oh, by the way, forgot to mention, Black Widow will still be coming out in theaters in May, and not have a Disney Plus release. I think they've seen that from what the bomb that was Mulan.
I thought Mulan actually did all right.
No, well, it did all right, but it didn't do as well as
Wonder Woman is going to bomb badly.
I'm not sure. I don't think it matters. HBO Max is the highest growing. It is not the highest growing. It's the streaming service with the most growth in the past year in terms of new, like exponentially. Is more people subbing up to it every for the past year than every other one combined, and I don't think it really matters in terms of it bombing because everyone's getting paid anyways. And I think the real reason that they've released on there is to get more traction towards HBO Max. I think that's what's going to happen in the future.
I wish them the best.
I wish them the best. I think it's going to be very interesting because HBO Max is basically going to be Warner Max, and Warner Max is going to be DC, and Disney Plus is going to be Marvel, and that's all they're both going to have.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way Disney would buy Warner Brothers.
No, they could.
Because Warner Brothers is one of the big five. And Warner Brothers is one of the few, and I think it's the biggest in the industry in terms of, companies, film production companies. Because they're the only one that consistently makes not only the biggest films, but ones that make billions. Obviously with stuff like the Harry Potter franchise and DC as a whole, as well as Nolan films, and we'll see with Dune. Hopefully it won't bomb.
It's going to be rough. Any closing statements? Because I think that's kind of, we've touched everything we want to touch on Disney.
Not really. I think that's pretty much it. I think the only problem is you have people siding with Nolan on criticizing Warner Brothers for releasing stuff exclusively on HBO Max, even though it's not exclusively. It will be on. It will be in theaters as well, on the same day. Yet they're completely fine with Disney releasing all of their stuff on Disney Plus.
All right. Follow the Instagram, State of Podcasts for now. If you're watching this listen to this on YouTube or Spotify, it means we actually understand how it works now.
Did you upload it on Spotify yet?
No, because it still says beans.
We'll end it there.